Here we go, some marketplace finds. This is actually a really good deal, even if they don't run. So I got on marketplace digging around because I haven't been able to find squat. And it's like everybody's wanting top dollar for everything, whether it runs or not. But did come across these. So we got the Ryobi, Pulling Pro, and the third over there is old Home Light, and the very last one there is a old Remington that does have some serious problems. Cord's not going back in, and it's whatever, you know, something that's like it's nothing we can't address. But so you got two curve shafts. The two far ones are curve shaft, and the Ryobi and the Pulling are both straight shafts. So I'll get those out of the way. I'm going to try the Ryobi here first because it's pretty complete. Obvious it's been sitting a while. You can see the old funk that's still stuck to it. But first thing I seen was this one has a shoulder strap to it as well. So we'll move these. Get the string out of the way. So first thing we're going to do is we'll drop some fuel down its throat there. Yeah, the pulling's pretty complete too, it looks like. But I'll show you here. Nice straight shaft. It's a 30cc. Yep, I don't see the production date, but I'll figure that out. Huh. Anyway, it's a 30cc straight shaft, and you can see there's covered in dirt and dust, and the spool head's complete. You can see here on the plastic, I don't know if they had it apart or not, but the screw, you can see where it's split. The screw just appears it's either apart or the screw is just loose, so we'll get that tightened up. And of course, can't have it without needing fuel line. Just kind of expected that, so I'll show you there. It's one of the first things I always check for if it's picking them up. It's kind of a lot of light there, but they're both snapped. One's snapped off at the tank, and the other one's off the carb. And then I don't know what the deal is, but it's got the two fuel lines on the carb itself. If it's picking them up, the two on the carb are black, and then you got that one coming off the fuel or out of the tank, and then the other line out of the tank is missing. So what we're going to do, attempt to do is get it up here, get the cover off, see what we got. No filter, man. Yeah, it's been sitting a minute. It's got spiders. You know, they won't be in there for long. So what we're going to attempt to do is prime it and see if it fires off. If it fires off, we'll mess with it. If not, we'll grab one of the other ones and mess with this at a later date. So everything seems to be moving. The choke's moving, throttle's moving. So it'd probably be easier if I turn this the other way for you guys. Hopefully it's never been apart. Get that cover so it doesn't get lost. So I'm hoping it's never been apart anyway. Here where you can see it there. Instead of hearing me run my gums. But let's take a look at the tank. Yeah, there's a chunk of line in there. It's about it. But the fuel filter, no nothing. Alright, so what we'll do is we're going to try to prime this carburetor. So obviously it kind of looks like it's got some old stale gas sitting on that. This looks like someone's definitely had their fingers on it before. You can kind of see how the line is cut at an angle. So it's probably cut at an angle and they slip it down in. Which ain't gonna do us any good, but we don't 2-cycle here. We'll prime that carb up. Give it a whirl and see what happens, huh? Nice ranch. Ryobis are pretty easy to work on. For the most part, anyway. Pretty basic. So open the throttle up, choke's open. Should be enough fuel to see if it starts. So hopefully that went down in. Yep, we're on. Just make sure I got up where you can see. So let's hope for the best. Open her up. This acts like it's clutch. Oh, it's getting fired. There we go. So we know it's getting fire. So the next step is we'll take it down in the dungeon and get those fuel lines replaced. Alright, here we go. See if this primer works. I did change the primer out. Hopefully it'll prime up. Nope. Well. Now, the big hope is I didn't screw the lines up. I hope not. But we're about to find out. If I did, it's an easy fix, but it would just suck. I think I did. I think I crossed the lines, possibly. Anyway, let's see if she'll run. Choke. Oh, come on. Maybe not. Looks like it ain't firing now, don't it? Well, well. Let's see what we got going on here. Whew. I know it's hot, man. It's like 102 with the heat index, so it's cooking out here. Now we're acting like we're not getting any fire. No fire, no fuel, one or the other. Could be, because it's not wanting to pick up. I guarantee I managed to screw those lines up, so let's see what we get. Which they shouldn't be, but let's see. Sure did. Yep, that's exactly what I did. I put the main fuel lines where the return goes, and the return is where the main fuel lines. So we have to find a barb, and if I don't have enough line left on the one, find a barb to extend that up. So let me find that, and I'll get it fixed. All right, Take two. See what we get. Found that barb, threw in it. I also put a new plug in it. So, see what happens now. Nothing leaking. Choke on. Carb maybe? Hey. Almost had it. Half a carb or half a choke. I don't know, it's about got me wore down in this heat. Look at that. Choke's all the way open. We can just at least get it to idle. Well, might be a choke or a carburetor thing. Whew. Come on, big boy. Let it idle, try to work the bugs out maybe. She ain't happy, that's for sure. Whew! I guess it's carburetor problems. It doesn't help we don't have the right diaphragm in it. That was just like you're hoping for the best. Nope, she ain't happy. Let's try this. I think that screwdriver's too big. Yeah, okay, here we go. 1, 2. Screws all the way in. 1, 2. Alright, so we just took our high and low in all the way, backed them out. 2 turns. Let's see what we get now. Hopefully something. Need a smaller screwdriver. She is not happy. I don't know if I can pick it up. Hopefully I'm staying in view, but I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Be there. It's got an issue in the crankcase. We've got an issue up here on the bell. This one, when you pull the string, yeah, it should be clutchless because the spool head down there is turning, so it should be a clutchless setup. But something's making some serious noise, but it's definitely, we have a carb issue without a doubt. Taking them back in, and that diaphragm could be the biggest part of the problem. And so you have to track down, run the model number, and you could get just your basic carb kit. Or I think the last Ryobi we done, it was everything brand new: carburetor, fuel lines, fuel filter, spark plug, air filter, fuel filter, all the gaskets and everything. It was like $17.99, I think, or $18.99 for the last Ryobi we done, and which made it run like a champ. But I was hoping not to sink a bunch of money into this one. Whew, there we go, it works. But we have to redo the, man, it's hot out here. I'll show you. Oh, the return line popped loose. I can pick it up there, so the little barb, it didn't make a difference. That's my screw up there. Just put a longer piece of line in it. Easy enough. It just popped right off. Yeah, well, actually it split. It actually just needs a piece of line. This one actually split. So you have to put a piece of line from the barb to the carb, and that should be good. But you can definitely tell it's not happy, for sure. I mean, it runs. It does run. It runs good. There's some kind of a noise somewhere. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I can hear it. Just can't tell if it's the crankcase or if it's up here in the front. So the only way to figure it out is to kind of rip into it. I did look when I had the carburetor off, because this back cover has to come off. These, when you take this back cover off the plug right here, when it comes off, that comes out and you can access your crankcase. I did look, everything looked good while I looked at it while I had it off. So whatever the issue is, it could be up here in the front. I was saying, as we first started on it, the one screw on this side was loose. It was loose, and the rest of them were tight, so I don't know if someone had it apart, messing with something, and just forgot to tighten the screw up, or if the screw could have just vibrated loose. I don't know, but it works. Yeah, I can't complain, because the guy had them. He's had them sitting in his garage. He just said forever, so however long forever is to him. He had all 4 of them sitting in there, and had them on Marketplace for 20 bucks. So I got $5 in each one of these. So I can't complain about that. Fuel line I had laying around, so But the one trimmer I got off of him is definitely going to need a carb. It's missing, what is it? The old home light. This little bugger here. That's what we have for a carburetor on it. So if it fires, at some point I'll go some 2-cycle down its throat. If it barks off, then it's worth messing with. If it doesn't, if it doesn't bark off, it'll just be for parts. But these things are worth $5 all day long for parts. It's pretty much complete. I could have swore it had the air filter cover. Well, I have an air filter cover for it. I thought it had one on it, but who knows. But anyway, that's it. It runs. I personally think it definitely has some carb issues. If you was willing to spend the money to do a carb on it, carb kit at least, you can sell them. The problem we got is, you guys, the neighborhood kids, I get these dirt cheap like this, and we fix them up and let the kids around the neighborhood, they use whenever they want to, and to go out and make money, keeps them from doing bad things on the street. But the bad part is this year they're all getting grown up, they're all getting jobs, so now I'm getting stuck with a bunch of weed eaters that are getting no use. So I don't know what to do with them. Donate them, sell them, I don't know. But I'll figure that out sometime in the future. But this is a Ryobi. I never did see what year it was manufactured, but it's a Ryobi SS30. It's an SS30 Ryobi 30cc, and it was complete. I mean, I got a new air filter for it, and the cover's down there. But it works. I mean, if I was going to decide to sell it, then I would definitely address the carburetor issue for sure. So that's probably actually what's going to happen. I ain't kidding nobody. I have no use for it, so I'll get the carburetor straightened out to where it runs better. Probably just throw it on Marketplace and call it a day. And I got quite a few other ones down there. Since they're not doing it this year, I'll probably be like right on along with it. If not, some of these neighbors, if they want one, they can have one. So if you happen to live close to Columbus, Ohio, and you want a trimmer, let me know. It's hard for me to just throw all of them, because you're probably looking at 10 trimmers maybe. Just throw them on and give them all away, because people are going to do, they'll just get them, throw them on there and sell them just to make some money in their pocket. So it's kind of hard for me to justify that, but it is what it is. But here we go. So it's a $5 trimmer with a little bit of elbow grease. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you at the next one. I don't know which one it'll be, but we got 3 more to play with, so I'm going to get my butt inside in the AC out of this heat, because it is beating hot. Pretty sure I seen the devil walking down the alley looking for ice water, so I'm out.